right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our D&D viewers. Just wanted to welcome you to our new session for the day. We obviously have our rogue of adventurers here, ready to play out this session for our own benefit, but also for yours. So I hope you enjoy the session today. So just to pick up like about a 30-second broad brushstroke of what happened a couple of weeks ago is that the group went and rescued Emrys from a very powerful group that was tasked to basically destroy the party in the town of Elmwood. And after rescuing, well, actually, it was Emrys who actually kind of rescued himself and was able to rejoin up with the group. Deverall commanded to those that were listening to basically skin and manufacture tokens to kind of let people know what had happened there that day. And, after about a day of crafting some dragon leathered banners and a customized wooden box, which is to hold skulls of the fallen vanquished of the enemy, and even the town of Elmwood had donated a cart for everyone to not a fashionable cart, but one that's practical enough to carry the chest and to carry these like 7-foot long poled banners. And at that point, it was shared that the party was gonna head back to Mulmaster. And after a couple of hours of just trotting down the road, and is there anything you'd like to talk about as a party before getting to the city of Mulmaster?
Other than as far as the relics of Tyr, what Deverall stated earlier, like I'm going to present the skulls of the church's enemy as a gift. Mm-hmm. I believe it would behoove the party for them to present the magical relics of Tyr. Just if anything, to perhaps coax a reward out of the church, or at the very least, gaining their favor for assistance in the future.
Okay. What out of the three, Emrys and Klaus and Raziel, who do you think has the highest charisma?
That would be Klaus.
Yeah, that'd be Klaus. I have 0.
Yeah, me too. I'm about as plain Jane as you can get. So
that has a 16 charisma. Yeah, everybody likes the Klaus.
Yeah, I'm in the swamps. I don't give two shits about presenting myself formally in society.
Right, you're just trying to keep on the down low and make sure you keep your talents to
Klaus has already gained the attention too of the High Imperceptor Fazul. So there's a familiarity there already. Okay. So yeah, I would definitely lay that chore upon Klaus's shoulders.
Okay.
To present those magical relics of Tyr to the Church of Bane. I think that would serve the overall party the best.
Okay. Are you cool with that, John?
What's that? I had to switch to my laptop. I didn't hear.
Basically, the party's looking for Klaus to do the presentation of the relics to the church to see if you can kind of parlay some kind of favor or maybe get some kind of patronage, maybe even from the church.
Oh yeah, for sure. So for the Klauses, yes, I can do that.
Okay.
Oh yes. I will do that. And for me.
Okay. And other than going to the temple, like the Temple of Bane, and what else would you like to do when you get to town? Like, do you want to rest up? Do you want it to?
Oh, I
mean,
imagine we're
yeah.
fully rested, so I don't really see.
For resting on cost.
well, I mean, you guys, yeah. I mean, you were basically in Elmwood for about a day, just waiting for the craftsmen to finish up the the box and crafting the banners and loading the wagon, and so during that time, I would count that as a long rest. You basically just kind of you know recuperated back at the town of Elmwood. Even though it takes 2 hours to get from Elmwood to Mulmaster, you're fully rested.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it's about it's about mid morning. It's about maybe 10 a.m. When you arrive at Mulmaster. What would you like to do?
Well,
You come up with the gates. You're in your cart. You've got banners. You've got a box full of skulls.
well, I guess we should at least get the skulls and whatnots to the church. Klaus looks at Deverell and says, "Well, we are here to see your church. So, where to, leader?"
To the Black Tower it is then.
Okay.
Let them see our victory.
All right. Um, you know, everyone was actually, those that didn't already have a horse were gifted a horse, or, so I guess, leaving Elmwood, everyone was kind of gifted a riding horse. Even Raziel, kind of tethered his horse to the back of the cart and was driving the cart. And I don't know if Klaus and Emrys would like to ride in the cart. They would like to ride on their own horses. But regardless, everyone has a riding horse at this point, if they like it. Except, I'm sure that Deverell doesn't want to trade in Raiders for a regular riding horse.
No,
Right,
I'll keep the underneath me.
No,
I
didn't,
figured.
Klaus
Raiders-
doesn't really like the horses. They make his shoes dirty. They're just dirty. They stick it. They smack him with the tail and the flies.
and
Klaus
Raziel
been wanting
doesn't
a cart
wear
for 3
horses,
weeks.
remember?
Klaus been wanting a wagon a long time.
Well, as you get into the city, and you're driving, you're riding your horse and driving your carts, it kind of makes sense that, we secure some kind of shelter at some point. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. But as you get up and you pull the cart in front of the Temple of Bane, everyone dismounts, and as Deverell approaches, the guards are extremely familiar with him, and also with Klaus, and it's very minor hold up just to make sure that the head of the temple is available, because it's kind of a surprise that you guys showed up, and very quickly, without a lot of circumstance or pomp and circumstance, they issue you into the main hall, and there's a few clerics and sisters of the order rushing back and forth very diligently, kind of doing their own task and everything. And you see the head of the temple approaching you with, like, not concern, but almost like with, like, why are you here? More quizzical, as like, what? Didn't I just see you, just a few days ago? What would you like to do?
We return, High Imperceptor, with news of our victory.
Well,
Myself and my retainers bring offerings to the church.
all right.
Gaze upon the skin of those of the main god who would invade Mulmaster's territory.
Well, news carries very fast in this region, and even more and even faster because of our complete dominance over this area. We appreciate the gifts, and we'll take those into consideration. And two priests come running out to take the box, put it in front of the the head of the order, and open it up, and he sees that it's a box full of skulls, right?
Yes.
And he goes, "All right, well, we'll go ahead and put the side chamber for now until we decide what we want to do with those." And he says, "What else?"
One of my retainers has something he may wish to offer as well.
It's good to see
And
you.
you can see the head of the order kind of scanning the four of you.
Klaus just kind of looks at him and kind of not like turns his head. Good to see you again, sir. And he pulls out. What are we giving him? The weapon, right?
Yeah,
There are
the armor, the shield, and the rod.
Yeah.
and them all.
And
There are
yeah,
4
that
items.
was the hammer. But these were the weapons of your arch nemesis, those evil creatures that we perish for you. You know, maybe you can hold these in your wall for trophies, or to hang them on the wall for decorations. There's all kinds of things I figure you could do with these. I would like for you to have them. Me and the group would like for you to have them. Also, with the skull.
Well, we are having a happy festival happening here. There would be a perfect decoration for that.
Oh, see, right here you go. Look, and they can go with the skulls and the skin.
Yeah. We can actually make them into fruit bowls.
It's a win-win for everyone. We leave here alive with our skin and stuff on, and you get some skin, and it's just a slapping of the hands.
If it would please you, High Imperceptor, I would much like to keep my skins.
I would like to keep my skins too, if that's okay with you.
Right. Well, it seems like y'all have skin in the game.
Psychic damage.
I was waiting for one.
Now I'm just imagining the High Imperceptor as a dad.
As his eyes start to bleed.
Yeah. It's a tense ringing in the ear. He says, well, I appreciate the gifts, and we always like to crush our enemies amongst the heals that we have, and but also we like to rise the ship of those that rise the order to its dominance of everything that we foresee and survey. Everything we survey, we want to maintain control. And that being said, follow me. And he snaps his fingers, and the priests take the chest into the chamber. Take the banners into the chamber, and you guys go into like a side antechamber where there's a small conference table set for 6, and he sits at the head, of course, and beckons you to sit down.
I just look at Deverall. Well, these are your friends for you. They sit when you sit.
He goes, and at that point, the second that he sits down, a servant comes, and he goes, "Bring the usual," and she scampers away. You can tell she's like a priestess of the order. And what do you do?
I'll have a seat.
For the having the seat, yes. For the sitting down.
Okay.
See what my basically commanding officer has to say about anything.
He says, well, I personally am the type to give credit where credit's due, and I just want to say that you have popped the boil on one of the pains that we've been having in this region. just as recently, so quickly as it came, that was it dispatched. And to show my appreciation, I'm going to give you a bit of information that may or may not benefit you depending on how you want to proceed. But, one of the things that we pride ourselves here at this order is that we keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening within the city so that we can maintain control, ultimate control over everything and anything that happens within this city. I think you'll agree that order is the key here. And we've come across some disturbing, if not shocking, revelations as of late that I think that we, based upon your recent past performance, you're perfect for the task. If you so choose to accept this.
Well, maintaining order is definitely a necessity, High Interceptor. What task do you present to us?
Well, like I said, we've got our hands, not just our fingers, but our hands into every pie made here in Mulmaster. And, and at that point, the servant girl comes back in with a decanter of wine and goblets enough for the five of you. And he looks at the girl and goes, go get me Brother Malcolm. And she goes, yes, Your Eminence. And she goes, I mean, if you thought she was quick to go get the wine, her being directed to go get one of the brothers of the order, she's like at a full sprint. And so basically, he pours himself a goblet, puts the wine, wine decanter in the middle of the table. The table again is really built for about 6 people, and he takes it. He's quietly sips the wine, kind of contemplating, almost like waiting for Brother Malcolm to show up. But so you have a couple of minutes to kind of assess the situation if you want. So go ahead and I would like everyone to go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, for the perception, for the seeing of what's going on around you. +5. Oh, that's a nat 1 +5.
Okay. How about you, Deborah?
Rolling it now. Oh, that's horrible. That is also a 1 +5.
Okay. How about you, Emrys?
I got 17.
17. Okay, fair enough. And Raziel got a
pouring me a glass of wine. And me a
See,
so while Deborah and Klaus are kind of like taking in the aesthetics of the antechamber of this temple, Emrys and Raziel notice telltale body language from the Emirate that he is almost like biting his lip, almost holding something back, not forthcoming, and just blurred. Like it's almost like you get the feeling he wants to say something.
Wouldn't that be an insight check, Michael?
An insight check is when you purposely would do it. This is a perception check to casually perceive if not what his intention is, but just from his general mannerisms.
Okay.
Yeah, if you purposely said, let me really focus on him and see if I can't tell if there's a telltale. This is it's like if you and I were talking and I went and I did an eye roll, you would notice that. I just wanted to see if you noticed that I did an eye roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't looking for me to do something. You were just, it's at a casual glance or a casual, like what would your passive perception be?
I think that's more of a passive perception check then, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you would notice that this guy is really kind of just not chomping at the bit to tell you something, but you could tell that, he definitely has something top of mind and wants to tell you, but he's kind of waiting to make sure that everyone's seated, has a glass of wine, and waiting for Brother Malik to show.
While we're
After a
waiting,
few moments, do you drink? Who drinks the wine?
The Klaus.
Faust drinks the wine.
No, Klaus does not drink the wine. No,
Okay.
no.
and Russell.
Yeah. Okay, and Raziel does too. He takes. He's thirsty. He's been on. It's almost like he's been wrangling cattle all day. That's what he feels like, and so a good tall drink of wine suits him just fine. How about you, Deborah?
I'm from this church. I'm not drinking the wine.
Okay. So after a minute or two, you see this very plain-looking priest come into the room, gives a nod to them, and then he looks at the group and says, "Welcome." He sits down in the sixth seat of the table, and he nods at them, and Emmerich goes, "It's better that you tell him directly than me." And so Brother Malcolm looks at all of you and kind of assesses, kind of based on river and past experiences that he was actually at the ceremony with Deverell. He goes, one of the reasons that we like to maintain control so much in the area is not that we want to keep anyone from thriving and just surviving, but we also want our loyal patrons to thrive. And we have in the past given certain liberties to people that have proven themselves to be invaluable to the order to help maintain control over the general populace. And I think we all can concur that order is a necessity to maintain a thriving community here, and specifically here in Mulmaster, if not throughout Faerun. And he kind of glances as he says that, and
School of Politics or something.
What's that?
Nothing.
Is she the Kamala Harris? Is he the Kamala Harris of politics? Something like that.
Yeah.
It's important to understand the significance of the significance of significance.
Be
To
significant.
be unburdened.
That's what I'd like to signify. So, anyways, so he looks at everyone, kind of getting a bit of a read on everyone.
Where's that egg? You're burning it on the thing.
So, he looks at it, he goes, so one of our long-term goals is not only to maintain control of Mulmaster, but to have great influence in Winterhaven, not Winterhaven, Neverwinter. And we have great ties with the capital city. And one of those ties is a person that you may be familiar with, and that is that we've heard that a week ago you guys visited the Baron in his manor. Is that true?
Klaus just kind of looks at Deverell.
Yes. A few of us had a brief encounter with the Baron at his manor.
Yeah. And what was the purpose of your visit?
One of our informants was being held there against his will.
Mm-hmm.
We intended to free him. We approached diplomatically, but the Baron chose violence that day.
Mm-hmm.
We reciprocated.
Okay. And so at that moment, Brother Malik, he goes, well, you're probably interested in how well informed we are of the happenings here in the city. And he pulls out of his cloak a letter and puts it in the center of the table.
What's it say? Deverall will stand up and walk over and pick the letter up and read it.
Yeah, and the table's big enough. I mean, you could stand up and just lean into the, if he puts it in the middle of the table, it's almost like this is bigger than a card table, but not like a huge, like Bruce Wayne dinner table type thing. It's,
Okay.
so you're able to kind of stand up and pick the letter up, and as you unfold it, you can recognize that it's the letter that Dylan had written to you about informing you of the banner, and it's the letter that Dylan had written to you a week ago. That was dropped on the ground by Lysander as you guys were exiting the manor.
Yes, I recognize this letter. This is what first brought our attention to the fact that our informant was being held.
Yep.
Peculiar individual, street rat by the name of Dylan McKillen.
Yeah. Well, we're familiar with Dylan McKillen, and he is useful in some circumstances and a thorn in our side in others. And we're yet to determine whether that he is going to be a benefit to us or not. So the jury is still out on him. But one thing that came with this letter, and he pulls out a leather pouch and puts it on the table in front of you.
Okay, I'll pick the pouch up and spill the contents on the table.
As you empty the pouch onto the table, only one item falls out of the pouch, and it's a adamantinite key about maybe 6 inches long.
Okay, I'll pick the key up.
Okay. It says, Brother Malcolm goes, we have heard from our sources. There's some disturbing news coming out of the Baron's Manor. It says, at all hours of the night, there's sounds of construction happening. There's a constant flow of materials being delivered to the manor, in the forms of construction materials for building God, Bane only knows what. And we want to know. We want to know what's going on. In the past, the Baron has been a tool of ours, a means to an end, so that we have contact with his brother, who is on the council in Neverwinter. But these are concerning to us because it used to be we would get regular reports from the Baron on his activities and what he was looking to do, to maintain order in his sector, his area within the city. And those normally came in every few days, and we haven't heard from the Baron within over a week now.
I see. Perhaps it is time to install someone who can maintain better control of that sector in the city. What I can tell you about the Baron is he's extremely paranoid, and his mansion is one of the better fortified buildings in Mulmaster. We can reclaim it. That would be step one. And then we will see about establishing relationships with our friends in Neverwinter. Let's not put the cart in front of the horse.
Yeah, this is well, first of all and foremost, I want you to go investigate and find out why we haven't been getting our regular reports from the Baron. Second of all, I know that him and his family are regular attendants to the opera houses and to social functions in the area, and we haven't seen any of him or his family in over a week. The last time that we even had any type of contact with him, he seemed to be, as you would say, showed distinct signs of distress and paranoia.
And the key?
I don't know. The key came from Dylan.
Hmm.
with that letter.
Deverall just slightly smiles.
He says, I really don't. He goes, and again, this is the Everett. Brother Malcolm sits down and, bows his head almost in deep thought about what would be the next best suggestion to help further you and in the furtherance of the church. And the Everett stands up and goes, I really don't care who controls the area as long as we have control of them. Go investigate what's going on with the Baron and his paranoia and report to us as soon as possible.
As you wish.
And he finishes off his goblet of wine. You're dead. And he walks out of the room. And so it's just the four of you and Brother Malcolm. Yeah.
Well, I guess we go and meet your friend the Baron. Then yes, Deverall? Well, you know him.
Oh, we have not had the chance to meet yet.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
Is that not bad?
Yeah. So Brother Malcolm stands up, says, I'll be back in a moment. I do have a parting gift as a token of our alliance, and also as a reward for the gifts that you have bestowed upon us today. And he gets up, and you can hear him calling to a couple of other priests within the outer chamber. At this point, the four of you are alone at this kind of circular conference table. What would you like to do?
First and foremost, let me tell you all what was discovered. It was Lysander of Chanchu and myself who first went to this manor to retrieve young Timmy. It is heavily guarded, heavily warded. The windows are enspelled. There's a locking mechanism that's controlled from the inside, and we were met with a lot of resistance upon gaining entry to the main door. Veteran soldiers, trained to fight well. I would hope that this key overcomes the main obstacle we faced that day, and that was gaining the entrance.
So you think that key is the key to the front door?
Well, I'm not sure, but we will find out.
Oh,
Not necessarily so.
Who has the greatest? Give me a second here. Who has the greatest intelligence out of the group?
Probably Roselle.
Yeah. I got a +1. I got a 13.
Mine is 0.
Okay. He rolled a 18 plus 5, so he rolled a 20. Yeah, he's got a 20 intelligence. So it's Raziel looks over. He says, "Well, based upon actually, Raziel was even there, so he wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be able. So,
why isn't Raziel there?
Why wasn't Raziel
No, he wasn't present for the first raid.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't at the manor,
that's what I just
so he wouldn't know this. So let me.
Yeah, the only person that knows about the side door is dead.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I need anyone that saw the front door.
Deverall's the only one that's seen the front door.
Deverall's the only one.
Okay. That being the case, Deverall.
And I just gave you all the information he had.
Yeah, and go ahead and roll me a history check, though. You're recalling something that happened like a week ago.
7.
Oh shit.
Lots happened in a week.
Yeah, lots happened in a week. So yeah, you're like, okay. Well, I do remember there was a locking mechanism lever on the side of these gigantic double doors, and how fortified the at least the front of the building was. So, what are you going to do with the key?
Well, we're going to take it with us.
Okay, I just want to know if you give it to someone, you're pocketing it yourself, you're going to stick it in your ear. I just want to know what you're going to do with it.
I'm not sure a key is what's going to open the front door. As I said before, they had mechanisms operated from the inside.
Right.
Perhaps this key opens another way in.
Okay. All right. As you pocket the key, the
I don't
Brother
pocket the
Malcolm,
key.
you do
I
pocket
am.
the key.
I'm suggesting that there's another way in. Deverall is a front door knocker, so somebody else might want to take this key, and perhaps we can investigate again.
I'll take the key.
Okay. So just make a little notation. You got this kind of ornate antimonite key.
Gotcha.
It's about
One-
6 inches long.
1 6-inch long ornate adamantium key.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get these dice warmed up before anything happens. They are rolling badly for me today.
Yeah, you didn't even notice that the Baron was in the room with you. Now, Brother Malcolm comes in. He's got a small chest. It's about maybe a foot by 8 inches by 8 inches. And he puts it on the table and he says, this is something to aid you in your endeavor. I hope that is helpful since the ends do justify the means. And he opens up the box. You can see that there are 6 greater healing potions.
Oh. Nice. Well, that was very nice of you.
Let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
There's 4 of you.
I'm sorry. I just counted my horse. Okay. Deverall's going to take 2 of the potions.
Okay.
Klaus would take one.
Emrys, how many would you like?
I'll pocket the rest of them.
He said the rest of them.
Roswell would like at least one of them.
Okay.
You want 2 of them, that's fine. You're not going to take 3 of them. But you can have 2 of them. Roswell will take 1.
Klaus would gonna take one.
And Deverall took 2?
Yep.
Okay. Just make sure you make a notation in your inventory on that.
Speaking of healing potions, Klaus, what's your max hit points?
75.
Emrys,
80.
Raziel,
72.
Shadow, and Hawk.
That is a 47 for Shadow.
Shadow. Uh-huh.
And for Hawk, which Hawk
Like 14?
Yeah, 14.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But he doesn't have Hawk at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. He switched out one of infusions over the day.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So that being said, he says, well, good luck on your endeavors. Report to us as soon as possible. If we don't hear from you within a day, we'll start. We'll send over a group of. We'll send some of the Brotherhood over to investigate if something's happened to you or not. We like to be in the know what happens in our city. And he leaves the antechamber. So it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's been about a half an hour since you arrived at the temple. It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining. Birds are singing. Wind's blowing through the grass. What would you like to do?
Then let us go see the Baron.
Okay. It takes about, maybe 30 minutes to traverse the city streets. What do you want to do with your horses? You want to take them with you? Like, you've got 3 riding horses and Raider.
The Raider
Raziel has a
doesn't leave
war
my.
horse, dude.
What's that?
Raziel has a war horse. Remember, you tamed him last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm walking.
Very good. Keep you straight. All right.
Raziel, as we approach the gate, I suggest you stay by my side. Klaus, since you have the key, instead of a direct knocking, let us just approach the manor at a slight distance and give Klaus a chance to inspect.
Well, I will be right back. And Klaus takes off ahead of everybody.
Okay.
I want to get up to the manor, not in a sense where I'm up real close to it, but I want to get up close enough to where I can possibly see a guard or something like that. So maybe because I want to mimic.
Ooh. Yeah, I want to let Klaus do a little recon before we decide to take action.
Okay.
Kind of what Apachachu was supposed to do before he kind of got lost in his own thoughts and left us out there all by ourselves.
Well, let me get the map set up. I mean, I've got it here. And why don't we take about a 2-minute break, get refill our coffees, do what you got to do, and then we'll resume. And we'll pick it up as Klaus coming to the manor, and then we'll play that out and go from there. Okay, so let's just take about a 2-minute break. Everyone get their bearings, and let me get this there. Can you guys see? Let me go ahead and switch this map out.
Nah, I've stepped away from my computer already. So you're talking about the map that had the driveway leading up to the manor?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. You guys see that? Okay.
That same good old map, yeah.
I'm sure it looks fine. Yeah, so we'll just reposition our icons a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just kind of like put you guys like over here. You guys here. And this is over here. And then Klaus is like hiding down here. And then we'll just play that out. And then when you guys, like, how much time are you going to give Klaus to kind of investigate the area?
Well,
Or are you going to wait till he comes back? And kind of
wait till he comes back and give us a report. That's the whole.
Okay.
That's why you send somebody out on recon.
Right. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, let's take a 2-minute break, and you guys, let's put a pin in it for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I don't imagine Klaus is gonna pull a Chewy on us. Don't pull a Chewy on us, Klaus.
Oh, I don't know what a Chewy is. But
Chewy went to scout that whole manor and like tried every window and every door. He was fully intending on sneaking into the manor all by his lonesome. And then the thunder cannon goes off as Deverall and Lysander are in a fight with all the guards at the front door trying to breach entrance. And Chewie keeps looking for a way in while we're fighting. And finally decides to come back to see what's going on, and the fight's damn near over. But we didn't get in because the reinforcements were arriving by that time, and we decided, okay, this isn't cool anymore.
Well, hopefully they will change that situation today.
That was the session that ended with right before we left, Deverall smacked the shit out of Chewie.
Yeah, well, that was because
that was
I
slap
killed
down,
the
smack down. Thank you. That was the okay. I was not present for the smackdown session.
No, you weren't there. Neither was Rozelle. Rozelle was running the session, so he was there, but Michael was running the session. He just didn't. He had Rozelle and Klaus out manhunting.
Yeah. I'll make it Texas rigs.
No. Let me be clear, Chewie. The you killing the Banite was just his excuse.
Oh, I know.
He was very upset with you. And the session before that, you almost fucking killed him with that spell you let off when they were attacking the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah, your straw count with him was getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And Deverall's kind of a prick, so I mean, it is what it is. A kind of a hell. Deverall is a prick.
Yeah.
Any of you that have been around him long enough know now he's a arrogant cocksucker. He really is.
Dude.
Sorry,
You know,
Emrys is pretty much just following on this one because he has no fucking clue what's going on. Like, my urge to metagame that whole scene where fucking Mike was describing shit, I'm like, do you even know what the Church of Bane is like, first of all? And second of all, what the Council
Oh yeah,
Blade
I
would
was
think
just
about this shit?
letting him
I'm just
roll with it.
like,
I was letting him roll with it. He's DMing it. He's rolling it. So
Oh, I know.
I am a full understanding of what the church is like, and it'll show when I'm running for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Deverall's kind of just keeping an eye on Emrys because he wants to. First off, gauge. He doesn't have a good gauge of where he can help yet, and second off, his loyalty. He's looking to see how does Emrys react in all this, because he's still kind of a loose cannon. We just kind of adopted him and then walked back into a wartime situation and never really had a chance to feel him out yet. So that's just kind of
Yeah.
Deverall's secondary thoughts on what's going on. He knows Rozelle is dependable. He knows Klaus, as chaotic as he is also very dependable.
Yeah, Emrys was pretty much just sitting there during the whole scene going, I don't give two shits about what the church wants. Like, why are we here? You know?
Yeah.
I think Emrys should make an insight check.
An inside check as to why we're at the manor?
No, that was explained to us. An insight check as to, in this group, who is assumed to be calling the shots.
Okay, well, how about a nat 20 for 27?
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, he's very aware that Deverall believes he's in charge.
Okay, good.
Right. Yeah.
Good. It's like that scene from Guardians. I'm in charge, right? Of course you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you also with such a high insight check too, and having spent a couple of days at least with this group, you can recognize you're starting to get a better understanding of the group dynamic. That the only reason that everyone is part of this party is they're out to get something out. Like there's a benefit by being in the party that's benefiting them to their own personal end game. it's not the altruistic philanthropist. We're
No,
out to
of
do
course
good in the
not.
world. You have
Right.
no, that is like not the case at all with this group. This group is very driven by their own
Ambition.
Malcolm, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So so before cutting, again, I don't want to pull the cart in front of the horse here. Before cutting Klaus loose to go and investigate the manor, how far back away from the manor do you guys want to stay before? Oh, man.
Probably
What are you doing?
far enough to be out of sight.
Yeah, where's that map that had the roadway leading up to the manor? I'm not seeing it on my screen. The first time we had this, there was the rest of that map was there where it looked like a long driveway leading out to the road. There's some trees and a fountain and some other things, I believe.
Well, actually the fountains are here. There's 2 fountains on each side of the doorways, and the roadway.
This is exactly the same map.
Is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought there was a
The only map I
roadway.
had. Yeah.
Because I remember being concerned that I was still in their range when I was fleeing on Raider.
That was bad.
Quit it.
Did you do that 2 times already?
Yes, he did. It's the first one that got my attention.
I don't know if you
Okay. All right. So just for, to keep things going and for argument's sake, let's just say you're about like 100 yards away from the manor. You're in kind of like a park fort, like a little tree area, like it's kind of shown on the map. But for argument's sake, let's just say you're about 100 yards from the manor. And then at that point, Klaus, from there, you can see the manor. What would you like to do? Let's say that your character is back here, and you can see the driveway up to the main steps of the manor.
Do I see any? Well, first off, I want to sneak.
Okay, go and roll me a stealth check then.
All right. That's a nat 20 plus 10, so a 30.
Okay.
And I want to sneak up as close as I possibly can, probably within about 30 to 40 feet. And I want to see if I can observe any type of guards or things like that.
Yeah. So I'll start you off like here, but even as you exit out of the kind of the small wooded area where the group is holding out for the moment, even as you emerge out of kind of like the tree line, you can see the manor, and you can see that because it's large, man. I mean, that's like 160-foot wide manor, and it's 2-story, and it's a prominent building here in this district. You can see even before you even as you exit out of the tree line, you can see that there's that porch way, and that you can see there's 4 guards in front of these massive double doors.
Okay. Can I I want to get a pretty good, clear. I want to check their armor and things like that, because I might have to don my disguise kit.
Yeah, you can see each of them are, have like a breastplate, and some of them have 2 swords in hand. One of them has a shield in hand and sword. They seem to be well armored. Almost if they struck you as anything, they seem to be slightly older, like in their say mid-30s to mid-30s, and they seem to be pretty well. And you can see just from their alertness, they tend to be very disciplined. They're not like, it's not like a guard at Walmart, smoking a cigarette, and not noticing the shoplifting happening right next to them. They're diligent in keeping aware of what's happening in front of the manor.
They're going to be vigil, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're vigil. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you can see that they're very disciplined, soldier-like sentinels.
Well, being that's the case, then I'm going to dip off into the bushes, hiding, and I am going to disguise kit. How long would that take me?
Disguise kit.
Yeah.
I think that takes you an hour, maybe.
No, it's like a couple of minutes. It depends on how elaborate the disguise is.
Well, I want to see if I can look similar to the guards.
The pouch, hair dye, small droplets let you create a disguise to change your physical appearance. So you would be able to change your appearance as far as like your facial, your face. It doesn't have anything to do with your clothing, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're not toting around a pseudo half plate with you.
Yeah, you're not, and you can see these are uniformed guards. These, every one of them has the same exact type of breastplate and emblem of the Baron on their either their shield or their breastplate.
I mean, you got a 30 stealth, bro. You might as well just creep around as Klaus. Nobody's gonna see you.
Yeah, seriously, just
They're
walk
not
around.
gonna. They're not gonna.
You rolled a nat. Let's just put it this way: even being
You're wasting time with your disguise.
Yeah, you would like at this point you feel very confident that no one's going to notice you sneaking around. Like even with them, like you're definitely within eyesight of them, and therefore you're in eyesight. They are in eyesight of you. You're in eyesight of them. You can see them clearly and see everything that they're doing. They don't seem to even know.
I'm there.
You might as well be air.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm going to sneak around the building.
Okay, go ahead and just show me where you want to go.
I want to sneak. Is this me here? Yeah, I'm going to sneak.
Yeah, you're in okay. So yeah. Okay, so as you get up to that area, I mean, hang on. You are right at the corner of where the porch is. The porch railing is about 5 feet high, so you can crouch behind that. But you're coming up against the wall there, and you can see that the wall extends about 30 feet.
Okay. Then I want to sneak along to around this corner.
Okay. As you get around the corner, you can see as you're following the wall, it opens up a little bit. You can see it goes into like another 30 feet and then crops back out another 30 feet. You can just see this is, if anything, this is maybe a natural garden, maybe a little bit of a place where someone has picnicked recently.
Huh. Okay. Do I see any type of windows or openings or?
Yeah, you can see two. You can actually see two windows on this wall right here.
Should also point out that it's 2 stories high.
Yeah, it is 2 stories high. Yeah. You can see by the windows that they're heavily barred with thick steel-looking bars.
So there's no way that I can get into them. Okay. Shit.
Well, you can surely try.
Yeah, but I've heard that before, sir. It never worked out well. Okay, I guess
I'm not here to take your agency away.
I'm gonna, there's got to be a way around the back. Yeah. I'm trying not to walk in front of the dam, right across the front steps.
Okay, so as you turn the corner, you can see about maybe 30 feet out in front of you. You can see looks to be like a pantry door or like a servant's door. It has a metallic door that's about maybe used for deliveries for like supplies or for groceries. You know, it looks like a servant store. It's big. It's big enough. It's about 10 feet, 10 feet in width,
Okay.
enough to allow large cargo to go through.
Is there anybody coming or anybody
Probably
around?
has scorch marks on it still.
Well, also there's scorch marks on other parts of the building too.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you don't see it. You know, the door's closed. You don't see anyone in the general vicinity. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna sneak over here into these bushes here
Okay.
and see if I can determine if that door can be opened. Like
Okay.
which way it would be open, if it's a pull to, a push, is there a doorknob? Does it look like it has, bolts on it to where there's a sliding bar on the opposite side? You know what I'm saying? I want to type shit.
Okay. Well, from say 20 feet where you are right now, you can see that there is a keyhole to the door. It's heavily the door itself looks like to be all metal.
Okay.
To do any other type of investigation of the door, you'd have to get up to the door. Before you do that, let me get back to the main group that's in the slightly forest area. What are you guys doing at this point? Are you just waiting, or is there something you want to do to prep, or
No,
I'm giving it? Yeah, he
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting
Klaus
on
has
Klaus.
only been gone for about 5 minutes at the most.
I'm not even impatient at this point. We're waiting on Klaus to return.
Okay. How about you, Emrys?
The tree playing my loot.
Playing your loot?
Yep.
Okay.
Why are you making noise? Yeah,
Go ahead
if you start playing a loot, Deverall's going to give you one of them Deverall looks.
10 plus. Okay, go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Oh shit! Here we go. Followed by my intimidation check.
That's an 11.
All right. Well, their perception was a 14. Hang on.
There's nothing to see. It's two
I
men.
mean, I'm in a public area playing a loot.
Yeah.
In the wood.
Well, this also, I mean, this
Listening
particular
to a
house
loop.
area.
It's not a public area.
Yeah, it's not like it's a townhouse where there's a house directly right next to it. There is some, this is a manor with, I didn't really want to play into the gated area, but it's kind of a gated house.
Michael, after just a few plunks of the string, I want to intimidate him and tell him, stop.
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
So that's kind of a what is that? That's
Well,
like
if
an
I had known
intimidation
that we
check,
were on the
then-
inside of a gate, I wouldn't have stopped playing. I wouldn't have started playing it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I probably should explain. I thought maybe I'm sorry, I didn't explain that. You're within a kind of a gated community here. That's the only reason that there's
So
this
yeah,
kind of.
so we clearly are not someplace where we're supposed to be. That makes a difference.
You are clearly you're trespassing, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a good 100 feet from the the main road. This road that you've seen going up to the steps is private, a private driveway.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we definitely we're in the front yard.
Yeah. If I had a better map, I would have shown that you had a kind of like a high wall fence that you guys pretty much jumped, and yeah. So that's on me. I apologize.
Well, in that case, I'm there with my crossbow out, pointed at the guards.
Okay, cool. All right. And that being the case, then the guards will go back to their normal their normal stance here. There you go.
And I will no longer be staring at Emerson Deverell.
You know, out of game for a second. Actually, one of the guards was thinking how nice it would have been to hear some music, though. But anyways, all right. And then you can see that Raziel is making sure that his pistol and rifle are in, good work. He's checking them out, making sure that the mollywop ammunition that's in the gun is fully loaded, and so he's just sitting there inspecting his gear, getting ready for the for whatever may come. Okay, let's get back to Klaus. Klaus, you're about 20 feet from the side door. Looks like again about a look. You can tell that it's a well-used door. That it's used for probably the exiting and entering of like cargo or like pantry goods. It's almost like a servant's entrance. What would you like to do?
Well, I do have a set of commoner's clothes that I would like to don while I'm in the bushes. And then once I don my commoner's clothes and make myself look like a regular human,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to walk up to the door and stick the key in the hole.
Okay.
I don't want to turn it. I just want to stick it in to see if it fits.
Okay. So it's about five. It takes you about maybe 5 minutes to kind of don your civilian clothes. Have you disguised yourself? Do you look like yourself, or do you look like as far as like your face?
A regular old plain human being.
Okay, so yeah, it's probably taken about 10 minutes to do that. So it's about a 15 minutes since you've been with the main group. As you get up to the door, and you stick the key into the door, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Not a problem. That's an 18 plus 7, so 25.
25. Okay. As you take the adamantinite 6-inch long ornate key and you're about to put it in the lock, the door flies open in your direction, in an outward direction, and you see 3 of these guards running right out the door.
Oh, then I want to cuff that key real quick. Since I didn't get it in the lock, I'm cuffing that key real quick up in my sleeve. Sleight of hand.
Okay. So I need you. Yeah. So you roll the 25. So as the door, swings wide open. Again, it's a 10-foot door, so it opens quite wide. You see these guards come rushing out of the door. What would you like to do?
When I jump out of the way, I'm going to jump to the side where the door is not swinging to.
Okay, let me just.
And I'm going to cuff that key.
You're going to cuff the key. Okay. So you notice that as the door swings open and you see these guards come rushing out of the door in great haste, let's see. Well, you're not really stealthed anymore. You're kind of standing there. Just go ahead and let me just. Yeah. They glance in your general direction. I want you to make a deception check. A deception check for me. Thanks.
He has to make a deception check because it's his disguise.
Just ask for the deception.
15 plus 8, 23.
Okay. So they notice you as you they just think that you almost were just walking up towards the door. They didn't kind of realize that you had already been at the door, that you were trying to insert something into the door. And as they look at you, they bolt past you as fast as they possibly can.
Okay.
I want you to roll a perception check. What's your passive perception, anyways?
Well, 14.
14. Okay. You you notice that as they come out of the door and they rushed past you with the utmost haste, glancing in your general direction, but not really caring that you're standing there.
Right.
The last guard, you can hear muttering, "I can't believe he just did that."
Oh.
And they continue running as fast as they possibly can away from that door. The door is open. You can actually smell a bit of like a wood, like you could smell a tinge of smoke in the air.
Poke my head into the door. What do I see?
You can see that there is a hallway. It looks like almost like a guard barrack area.
Uh-huh.
And there's a door to the south, and there's a hallway to the north.
Okay, before the door closes, I want to hold my foot in.
Yeah, the door's not closing. You can see on the opposite side that there is also a key lock on the opposite side, and also there was a place for like a bar to be pushed aside. But the guard said, not messed with. Like it wasn't barred at that point when the guards came through.
Oh, well then, I'm gonna see. Shit. I'm gonna check that key. Does that key fit that key lock?
Okay. Yeah. As you push it in, I need you to make a. What kind of check do I need you to make here? I need you to make a dex saving throw.
12 plus 7, 19.
Okay. Yeah. I said, what was it? There you go. You take 1 point of electrical damage, but you absolutely know at this point that the key does not fit that lock.
Okay. Then I'm gonna leave the door open.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, it's a 10-foot wide door, so it is swung open about 7-8 feet. So it's like easy entrance into that main hallway there.
I'm gonna dash back, use the dash action, come back and
Okay.
go, hey, gentlemen, I have found a way into the thing. Follow me. And then sneak back over there to the door. Do I need to sneak?
No, you're far enough, and you actually can navigate through the trees without really alerting the guards on the other side. But because you're 100, what did I say? You're about not 100 yards. That doesn't make any sense. Like 100 feet from the thing. Let everyone else kind of.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this stealthily? Do you want to do this like rushing through the trees? How does everyone else want to follow Klaus?
I got a 21.
Tentatively.
If I know that he gained entrance, I'm not wasting any time. I'm going to race Raider around these trees.
Okay.
Using the cover to get to the door.
Okay.
Because I know. Oh, there we go. I know how hard it is to get into this building already. So if we can get in, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many feet that was. 5, 10.
Yeah, you're probably looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 100 feet.
Yeah, Raider can easily close that distance in a dash. Okay.
Yeah. How about you, Emmerich?
I got a 21 stealth to kind of sneak along the tree line there, and
yeah, Raziel's right with you. He rolled a 19, so he's like, sneaking past here because he's keeping a, even as you come out of the tree line to get like 20, 30 feet between the tree line and where the door is, he glances over and he perceives that the guards aren't even noticing that there's any type of commotion, or they didn't even notice that Raider and Deverell had
I don't know
raced
how they wouldn't have noticed a fucking horse charging up to the side of the building, but okay.
Well, one, if you look at their line of sight, there's a bunch of trees in the way. And from where they're standing, there's no way they could have they would have had just like a 2-second view of a horse dashing out of the tree line around the corner. Yeah.
And JD, to answer your question, when they rolled an 8 on their perception of
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, they
they're
just poorly
hearing it
rolled.
and going, "Huh, there's nothing over there." Okay, yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like, wait a minute, did you hear that? Did you
yeah.
hear that? Is something over there? Did you? Nah, there's nothing there.
Okay.
You know, back in the war, I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, that happened.
All right. So here you guys are. You're at the side door. Doors open. And have Deverall and Emrys go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Whoop, hang on. Moving that.
Okay, that was fantastic. 7. Oh, my
Wow.
bad. 8.
Okay.
19.
Okay. So, Emrys, you also notice that there's a faint smell of like a wood burning smoke, or some kind of like something's burning in the air, and there's a slight haziness just inside the door as you're approaching it. Deverall, you notice the door's open.
And I'm going through it.
Okay.
Do I feel any heat from the direction of the building?
Is there enough room for being Raider to be in this?
At this point, like this area here, you can have him, but once he gets into like the hallways, there wouldn't be enough room for you and him to you wouldn't be mounted on him.
Okay, that's fine. Well, that's what I was asking. Is there a point where I'll have to dismount?
Well, this would be at this like area that you're in right now. Once you get out of this, well, as you'll see, once you get out of this area, you'll have to dismount him because you're starting to go through narrow corridors.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. If they were big halls where I can ride Raider through them, or if we're in like a smaller part and then I have to just get off a Raider.
Yeah. Okay. Even though the corridors are 10 feet wide, they have furniture in them. They've got it's not like a clear, there's not like a clear shot for a horse to go down them. So it would make sense that at this point you'd have to dismount.
You're not going to do a Braveheart and ride through the building.
Well, no worries. Okay, go ahead. If you'll allow me to dismount as I come through the doorway, I will swing off a Raider's back.
Okay.
I'll move him. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
No. Raider stays inside.
Okay.
Yeah. Raider. Yeah, he's his own person.
You're in a 30-foot by 20-foot area here. This is kind of like a staging area for cargo.
Okay, but he'll get out of the way of the people.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy with that. That looks.
Yeah, he can occupy one square on this map and be just fine.
Okay.
I'm just, but once we get out of this area, you can actually see from the vantage point that you're about 20 feet from a hallway, and then we're just on the other, just south of Raider at this moment, there is a door, a wooden door.
Okay.
Okay. To answer your question, JD, you don't really feel any heat at the moment, but you definitely have, with that high of a roll, you can definitely tell that entering into the building, you can smell more smoke, and that obviously the smoke's not from outside, it's from inside.
Right, yeah. Something is definitely on fire inside the building. Probably the building
Correct.
itself.
All right. What would you like to do, Klaus?
Well, Klaus is going I'm staying dressed as a human, though. It's a regular servant. And I'm going into the room too there, right? Looking around, smelling the burning.
Smelling the burning. Okay. And basically, I got two screens here. Raziel will come up. Do you want to be in front of me, Emrys, or behind me?
Where I'm at's fine.
Okay, you're right at the door, and okay. So that's what you. So actually, Emrys, you see that there's a hallway on the other side, just right to the right of Klaus, and you can kind of see past Deverall and Raider that there's a doorway just south of Raider. What would you folks like to do?
Here.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm going to peek around this corner right there. That's a corner right here. Is a corner.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to peek around the corner and see what's down the other way. Oh, the peeking.
Yeah, you can see that as you get into the corridor, you can see a couple of doors just to the north of you. You can also see that there's a couple of doors to the south of you down this corridor, and even just further down, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 50 feet down the corridor, it looks like there's another corridor that juts up towards the north.
Oh,
That's what you can see, Klaus. Okay.
Is this door south of Raider airtight?
It does not seem. Well, it does not seem to be airtight.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
My shadow will
I
squeeze
stand.
through.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's about an inch. There's about an inch of clearance on the bottom.
Okay, yeah, my shadow will squeeze through underneath it then.
Okay. And how does that work with your shadow? Can you see through his eyes, or
Yeah, he's
how
a
does that work?
familiar. But he also has telepathic communication with me, so.
How far does that work?
Let's see. Going to the master can see and sense some shade.
Up to a mile.
Yeah, up to a mile. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
However, whenever he's viewing like that, he is blind and deaf.
Not in this case.
Why not?
Because this is a different kind of telepathic bond. This isn't the familiar kind of thing. This is the
What?
fact that it's a shadow. The living shade has a telepathic bond with me. It can go through the door, look around, and report back to me without me having to actually look through its eyes.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So as the go ahead. Let me go ahead and show you this then. Oh. Yeah. So as your shadow goes into this under this doorway to the room, it looks like a bathroom.
Okay.
With a couple of doors with stalls, presumably like toilets.
Yeah.
Oh, the poop.
And there's a slight, there's more of an odor of feces in this area than there were in the room before.
Right.
And there's water in the tub to your left, and it seems to be, it doesn't seem like it seems to be lukewarm water.
Okay.
Yep. And a mirror. And that's it. Oh, you see a window at the south wall, and it's one of the windows that is heavily barred.
Yeah.
Looking out into a small grass kind of courtyard area. A nice place to have a picnic.
And take a poop.
Okay. Devereaux, while Klaus is doing that, my Emirates is doing that. What are you doing?
Is that a stairwell right there? Leading up?
Yeah, that is a stairwell up to the second floor.
Klaus. Follow me.
Okay. What? Where are you going? Oh, the stairs.
I'm going upstairs.
But going up the stairs. We go.
Okay. I need both Klaus and Devereaux to make what's your passive perceptions?
14.
15.
Okay. As you go up the wooden staircase up to the second floor, you can distinctly smell smoke, and you can actually feel the heat increase exponentially as you get higher and higher up the stairwell. And at the top of the stairwell, there is a wooden door.
Is it getting hot in here for you?
An intensity of heat?
Intensity of heat. It went from like like a nice summer day to now it feels like you're standing in front of a 450-degree oven.
Hmm.
I think that's a pretty good description. I'm going to use that in the future. Yeah, the higher you go up the stairs, the hotter it gets.
Maybe this way isn't the correct way.
Yeah. So your shadow is just now coming out of the bathtub area.
Yeah.
So before you move your shadow down that corridor, let's deal with the rest of the group first, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Because the shadow doesn't see anything at this point.
I want to touch the door and feel if it's like fire on the other side of it hot.
Yeah. I want you to go ahead and just make a dex save for me.
Okay, that's a 17 plus. Is it a single action effect or AoE?
Single action effect.
Okay, that'll be a 17 plus 22.
Yeah. It's almost like you touch the top of an oven. You know that it's hot. If you leave your hand there too long, you're going to burn your hand. That's what the door feels like. Too hot to the touch.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Klaus and say, not this way.
Yeah.
It's burning.
Oh. Well, if it's burning, then it won't be long for the rest of it to be burning too. I turn around, go back down the stairs,
Yeah.
and
At this point, Shadow and Raziel are kind of coming into here and kind of going up this hallway here, and is going to check this doorway just to the north.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay.
Yeah. There's two doors to the north down the corridor. There's two doors.
Yeah, I saw the second door. I didn't see the first one.
So he's going to check that since everyone's kind of investigating this whole area, and it basically just opens up into a bedroom. No, it looks like a fairly, it's a double-sized bed as opposed to a single bed. It's rustic in furniture, but there is no one present in the room, and it doesn't seem like someone's been in this room it seems like there's a layer of dust in the room. Okay. All right. So as Klaus and Deborah recede down the stairwell again, Emrys, what would you like to do?
Mom's here.
I'm gonna have my shadow continue scouting.
Okay. So how far can your what's the movement speed of your shadow?
40 feet.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get to here. Okay. Deborah, Klaus, as you've gotten down to, you can see that Emrys is sending his shadow, obviously in a scouting fashion. Shadow and Raziel, or you can see Raziel and Shadow are like entering into this kind of like bedroom area. What would the two of you like to do? And also, Emrys, when your shadow's out scouting, can you also move and do things at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your shadow move 40 feet to get down that corridor. What else would you like to do before I get into what Deborah and Klaus want to do?
That's it. I'm just having my shadow scout until it finds something that I have to worry about.
Okay. All right. So you're just going to stay in place and let your shadow kind of scout out the area. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure, I'm not going to be skipping you at all. All right. So Klaus, Deborah, what would you like to do as you've receded back down? Boy, it's pretty hot up there. What would you like to do?
once I get to that corner, I turn and look. Down the hallway. Big fellas, follow me. I'm going to get up here and kind of Get up here past the shadow and go down the hallway.
Okay. As you hit, and Jennifer, what are you doing at this point?
10. Get off of there. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get off of there it goes. 10, 20, 30. Bring me to right here. I'll follow Klaus.
Okay. What's that?
I'm going to take a moment to, since we just entered a burning building, correct?
Well, you can smell smoke.
We smell smoke. There's fire.
It was too hot to the touch.
Too hot, too hot, too hot, you know.
No, I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm just going to follow Klaus.
Okay.
I've already moved.
Klaus. Yeah, Klaus, as you've gone down the corridor, you've got shadow, like Emers's shadow, like about maybe 10 feet behind you. You notice a large dog is running out of the northern corridor and immediately turns towards you and starts running at you.
Oh. But Klaus is going to get out of the way.
It's a huge dog. This dog looks almost as big as, my God, what's the Pyrenees?
Great Pyrenees
mountain dog.
Yeah. This is a huge mastiff, and you can see his eyes are wide. He's got like almost like foam coming out of his mouth. He's definitely excited, but he is barreling down the hallway your way. What do you want to do? So, Klaus, what do you want to do? Kind of. So why don't you? So one.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back and go to this door right here. Open the door and step in and close it. Y'all.
Yeah. So
to get out the way of the big dog.
Yeah. So for that to happen, let me have you, Klaus, Shadow, Deverall, and Emrys make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, that's the 18 plus the 7 for the 25 are the dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
But I'm very dexterous.
All right. How about the Shadow?
My shadow just squeezes against the wall.
It still has a physical form, right?
No, it's a shadow. It literally doesn't really have a form.
So you can't cause damage to the Shadow?
Sure, you can if you attack it. As far as taking a space, it is a shadow. It can move through other creatures' spaces, underneath them, around them. It's a shadow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to take up space.
I'll still need to have the Shadow do a dex save to see if it moves out of the way quick enough before the Mastiff bolts through it.
Okay, I rolled a 20 on my dex save, so that's yeah, that's it.
17.
Fine. And what about Emrys?
$12.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Hey, it's the old Mutt Brothers mount.
Hey, sure is.
Go ahead and have Emrys roll again. It was a tie.
Okay. 13.
Okay. So as this massive is bolting down this hallway, it clips past Emrys, and Emrys takes, as he's pushed to the ground, go and do a strength check for me to see if you can maintain your balance.
$12.
No problem. You take 2 points of like a bludgeoning damage as this massive dog bolts past you. Have you ever like had a large dog like pounce on you? And,
I had a friend that had a wolf mix. I know exactly what happens.
Yeah. So basically, you kind of clipped your hip as you were moving to get out of the way. You just didn't happen to get out of the way quick enough before this thing kind of clipped you on your hip as it bolts past you and runs out the door. Okay.
Did I go in that room? Or did I open that door? Or did I just squeeze up against the wall?
You just squeezed up against the wall. You had a high enough dex check that you didn't have to like,
Right on.
Yeah, you had enough like time to go, holy crap, there's a big dog kind of like barreling at me, and you kind of squeezed up. Now, if you like to go through that door, you're right next to it. Like you squeezed up against the door.
Right. I want to put my ear to the door. Do I hear anything on the other side?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That's +5. Oh, 6. No, 9. 6. 11.
Yeah, if you really press your ear really hard up against the door, and like you really intently like are trying to hear exactly what's happening on the other side of the door, it sounds like wood.
I open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you see it's a small bedroom with 2 single beds and a chest in the northern part of the room.
Oh, yeah, Lord. I'm for to go investigate around the chest and look, see if it's got any traps or any types of things that can stick me, electrocute me, shock me, shoot me, stab me, things of that nature.
Okay.
Any alarm?
Okay, go ahead and roll me just an investigation check then.
17 plus 2. 19.
Yeah, you can tell it's just a regular kind of like clothing chest that probably has nightgowns and night slippers in it. Nothing of note.
Okay, Father, then I come out of the room.
Okay.
Nothing in there but sleeping.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have you come out. I'll have you get to the room. So Emrys, what do you want to do with your shadow and yourself at this point?
5, 10. I guess that's 30.
Yeah, each block is 10 feet.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have the shadow come up here, and what do I see?
You see a corridor heads up about 20 feet, and there's a door to the north.
Okay.
And he's right just north of a door. Also getting down there, yeah. Give me a second. The corridor continues on.
There, okay.
There you go. Okay. What would Emrys like to do?
Well, my shadow still has 10 feet, so I'll have him squeeze under this door.
All right, another small bedroom with 2 single beds. It looks like to be guards' quarters.
Okay.
I need Emrys and Deverall to make a perception check for me.
Passive is 15.
Yep.
Let me roll one though, just to see if I'm any better.
Nat 20 for 24.
Okay. Behind
16.
you,
16 is my
you can feel a rumbling, and it seems like part of the second floor is falling down into the stairwell area, and you can see actual flame starting to creep down the stairway. At that point, what would you like Raider to do? Raider is about 20 feet from this collapsed, on fire debris.
Well, Raider's an independent mount at this time, and he's just gonna. Well, come on, quit playing with me. Why won't he move? What's going on with my touchscreen today? Okay, he's just gonna kind of trot over here behind me.
I think he might be tethered to your.
He's not tethered to anything. Why would he be tethered?
No, I think he means token-wise. I detached him already, so they're separately moving.
Okay, there
He's
you
just
go.
having a problem actually grabbing.
Oh no!
and
It was just my touch screen.
Yeah,
was
instead of you having
activated.
to move your own token and then Raider's token each and every time, I had it attached so that all you had to do was move Devrel and the Raider would be with you until you wanted to detach
Thank
them.
you.
So,
Yeah, that's normally how we roll, but yeah, we're separate entities at this moment.
okay, what would you like Raider to do?
I moved him.
Okay, all right,
He just circled back over there behind Overall in that hall.
okay. Shadow's going to, Raider and Raziel and Shadow, they come in and they check this last door here, and it basically is another abandoned. It looks to be an abandoned, dust covered guard room. You can actually see almost like about a week's worth of dust on top of like the counters.
Okay. If there's room, Deverall's going to march past everybody here that's checking out bedrooms.
Okay, go and move. Go
Are
and
these
move where you want
10 foot squares?
These are
Yeah.
10-foot squares.
10, 20, 30. Okay.
Okay. At this point, you hear a busting of this door that's just to the north of you. And you see one of these veteran guards come bursting through the door in great haste.
Oh, surprise, mother fluffer.
Yeah. Go ahead and at this point, roll initiative.
Here we go. All righty. Deverall, yeah, I think so. Deverall has an 11.
Good.
Raider has a 15.
Okay.
Miles has a dirty 20.
30-20. All right. How about you, Everest? You got a 21, Everest?
Yeah.
Okay. And see, Raziel got a, what is that? That's a 9 plus 3. That's a 12. And Shadow also has the same initiative roll. So, all right. Top of the round. It's you, Everest. You are about, well, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You actually at this point you don't even see.
Yeah, I know.
You're outside. You're around the corner.
Yeah.
You're.
So I'm gonna have my.
You don't have light. You just hear almost like a breaking down of a door. Like 80 feet away from you.
Yeah. So I have my shadow squeeze back under here because he's still scouting. When he comes out here and sees this guy.
The shadow shares the same initiative roll as Emerus does.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, just like a regular familiar, but not a regular familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with all the familiars.
I have a familiarity with it.
Time for some action.
30.
Okay. You can see that this guard's got like a shield. He's got a long sword, and you can see he has a fervent look on his face, almost like panic.
Okay. No, just because I want to check out how this shit works. I got a new spell. I'm gonna cast Stone Coffin.
Okay.
Oh wait, never mind. It's a range 60-foot spell. I can't cast that one through the shadow. Never mind.
You can't. So, just for future reference and for our audience, what does Stone Coffin do?
Don't worry about it till I actually cast it, because
You can't cast it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So what is what's the shadow cat doing?
Hmm. Sorry, trying to find a touch spell here real quick. Ooh, there we go.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Impact, which is a cantrip.
Impact. Okay.
Yeah,
And again, new spell. Please give it the breakdown.
yeah. So it's a touch range, one action spell, duration instantaneous. You impart great force into a target you touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 1d10 bludgeoning damage and is knocked 5 feet directly away from you. But because I'm more than 5th level, it's going to be 2d10 when I hit him.
Okay. And what kind of save is that for?
It's a spell attack, so not save.
Yep.
Okay.
No save.
Okay, so you need to hit.
I have
then.
to hit him, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think a 26 will do it, yeah?
A 26 will do it.
Yeah, barely.
So he'll take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and get shoved 5 feet back through the door.
All right.
And that is my turn.
10 points of bludgeoning damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. What would Emerus like to do?
Emerus is
That
gonna
was
stay
Emerus.
right where he's at, yeah.
Okay, so
Any
you
movement, Emerus?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Klaus, you're up next. You're in the doorway. You hear some kind of commotion about 50 feet from you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 50 feet from you now. What would you like to do?
Oh, well, I'm going to come to the 30 feet right there. Do I see the fella for the
You
fella
do.
right now?
Yeah, he's about 30 feet from you at this point. Mhm.
Well, I'm going to shoot him with the new moon bow.
You get a longbow? Okay.
Yeah, the moon bow.
All right.
So
You can see that he's about 5 feet just past the shadow.
does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
All right. Would I get a surprise attack on him being as he just got smashed back through the door?
No surprise attack. He knows he's being attacked at this moment.
I'm just asking. No, I gotta
Yeah.
try. It's still
And he's also facing you or in your direction.
it's still a 1d8 plus 7.
Plus
What did you use?
6d6.
The
It's
moon
the
bow.
moon
It's 1d8 plus 1d6 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 7.
7.
Yeah. Have your stats, guys.
Well, I knew this is the first time using it.
Fair enough.
Oh, 6 and 2. So 6 piercing, 2 radiant,
8.
15 total points.
15 total points. Okay. Very good. And I think you moved 1, 2, 3. Yeah. What's your movement speed? 30?
Yes.
Okay. So that's your movement and your action. Anything else?
No. That's all I got.
All right. Looks like it's Raider's turn.
Okay. It's looking a little crowded down there, so
It's very. You've got 4 people in down.
he's just gonna trot up here behind Brazil and Shadow.
Okay. All right. Raziel and Shadow. They are going. These are 10-foot corridors, so it should be able to get 1, 2, 3, and I'll take a I'll take a couple pistol shots at this this veteran. Just regular shots. And the first one is a 26.
That's a hit.
Yeah. For hang on. Things. There you go. For 14 points. And so going to take a second shot at, oh my God. I'm not going to lift my laptop here, but a nat 20.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Is he prone?
He's not prone. He just got pushed back.
Okay. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that's 14
Picked the wrong
double
door to walk through.
28. Yeah, so the guy only had 28 hit points without getting into the math. Without even adding the bonus, 2 shots right into his chest, and now he's dead. Now he's dead. He's dead. Okay, he's dead.
He's dead. All right, he's dead.
My favorite NPC of all time that was gonna like give you your next quest. He's dead. Okay,
You killed him. Okay, he's dead.
killed him.
Peace.
All right. And at the moment, you're out of combat. What would you like to? But let's go ahead, just for simplicity's sake, let's just keep the initiative order as far as like action economy goes.
Sure.
Let's just stop. Okay. Without anyone having to roll it again.
Well, I'm going to take my turn since we're still in the round.
Yeah. Go ahead and take your turn. Sure.
I'm going to cast Aid on myself, Razel, and Klaus. So
Okay.
they all have 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Very good. Boom. How long will that last?
8 hours
Nice.
or until used. And it's not concentration.
All right. That being the case, so Emrys, your shadow is about 10 feet from the door. At the door, he is very dead. He's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Dead.
Um, 20.
All right. Okay. At this point, let me share with which. So this is what your shadow sees at this point. You can see actually a lot of like damage in this area. It's like a kitchen area. There is a fire. Looks like part of the ceiling has collapsed into the western part of the room. This is also like it's like maybe a servant's kitchen area and also maybe a food storage area. But you can see that the fire has erupted in the kitchen area.
Okay. Definitely not that way, guys.
Is that a door over to the right?
Let me see here.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get up to it.
Yeah.
Can the shadow physically open doors and things like that?
I mean, it could, but
Well, I'd say from where you were, so you have 30 feet of movement. Is that right?
40.
40.
40? Okay. You still got 10 feet of movement. You could slide under that door if you'd like.
Yeah, actually, I will. That's a good idea.
Okay. All right. And that's what your shadow sees, and however he wants to relay that information back to Emrys. You can see that there is a door to the south, and that there is a door just to the north, and a small, looks like a stairwell going up to a large stairwell going up to the second floor.
Okay.
Maybe that is the way, gentlemen.
Um, so just to keep in mind, how much time do we have left? You have to go for your fantasy football at what time? 2:30?
3:45 is a hard stop.
So yeah, so
All right.
2:45 our time.
We got about an hour.
3:45.
Oh, you're 1 hour
We
ahead.
have
You're
2
1 hour
hours.
ahead of me. So we got 2 hours. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. You guys, let me know if we're encroaching on that time. So yeah, there seems to be a door to the south, a door to the north, a large stairway to the north. Looks like going up to the second floor, and as the shadow gets underneath the door, you can actually see a guard exiting down the stairwell, and it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 60 feet down the corridor from the shadow.
Okay.
Okay. He doesn't seem to, at this moment, he doesn't seem to notice the shadow. It's as if the shadow came up under the door, and at the last second, you could see that the guy's traipsing down the steps. Klaus, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to hide.
I'm sorry, you're going to hide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the shadow just got a 25 for its stealth, so it just kind of blends into the door.
Okay, that sounds good. 25's, I don't even think I can. Yeah, I rolled a 6, so that guard doesn't even know that the shadow is even there. Let me ask you this, John. Why? So, are you hiding at this point because you just think that it's the right time to hide? Because there's not a catalyst for you to hide from. What's the motive for you to hide at this moment?
Well, for one, we just killed a man,
Mm-hmm.
and we're in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
That's not ours.
Okay, I just wanted to see what the motivation was. You just encountered it was because you weren't stealth before, going trespassing into this house. You know what I mean? You kind of, but now that you've encountered someone, you're like, oh, there's actually people here. I need to be a little quieter about my own personal actions.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to just understand that.
Get up.
Yeah. What was your stealth roll?
I'll roll it. I didn't roll it. 19.
120. That's a big roll.
Yeah, that's a 29.
Yeah, I think the plan here is to end up getting
Pretty much the
stealth,
same.
which is there are no witnesses, then your stealth was successful.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was just for you to start hiding. What you want to do? Any type of movement? You want to go like cartwheel, roundhouse in front of a dragon? What do you want to do here?
15 feet and look down this corridor.
Okay. Boom. Okay, so as you, I would say that you still got about 10 feet of movement if you'd like, but you do see a door that's off to the west, and you see the corridor extends down and stops here, and goes to the left a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
I turn back and go back 10 feet this way and look. That seems to just go back about the other way.
Mm-hmm. And also, just as a point of fairness, you do have a doorway down in this area.
All right. And I got dark vision, so I can see well.
Cool.
That bay just goes back about the other way.
These corridors seem to be fairly lit. You know, I mean, there's it's not like you've got like torches burning or there's no like, but it's light. It's
natural light.
Yeah, it's lit up, and it's midday too. So I mean, there's a little bit of ambient light coming from underneath the door. Anything else you like to do? So you hid, you moved 30 feet.
No, just
Anything?
tell everybody, look at Deverell and tell them that way it looks like it just leans back around. And yeah, just got my little moon bow out ready to shoot some shit.
Okay. Okay. I believe it's Raider.
Okay. Yeah, Raider just going to trot on down behind his buddy.
Okay.
That's it.
Just to let you know, because of the size of horse that he is, he does take up the corridor.
I'm aware.
Okay. All right.
Hence why he's at the rear, just taking up the rear.
Okay.
Did Emerus communicate what his shadow's reporting at all, or is he just being quiet back there? I'm just curious.
I probably would have, kind of trying to keep my voice low enough that we're not heard. But yeah, I probably would have said, "Hey, there's
Okay.
a hallway here. Oh, and there's a guard coming."
Okay. As a point of fairness, that's not a problem. You guys are close enough to hear each other in soft whispers. You can, with the door open where the guard came through, which Klaus shot with the bow. You can hear fire, and you can hear like the crackling of wooden beams burning, and the crackling of a moderate, like almost like a bonfire size fire in the room north of you. Raziel and Raziel and Shadow will come down here. That's 1, 2, 3, and as my that's kind of like my movement, my action. I'll open the door here, and as he opens the door, just kind of opens into a room. And there's no way for me to communicate that really quietly where in this part of the room. Maybe back to Klaus, like I could whisper, "Hey, I see another fire."
Another fire? Is it the same fire?
Seems to be sporadic fire. Well, I haven't really even seen any fire yet. I've pretty much avoided the fire areas. But basically, I say, hey, looks like there's a large room on the other side of this door, and I can see some people. And that's Raziel and Shadow. Yeah. And Deverell, it's up to you. This is kind of like the action economy for this kind of round. Go ahead.
Okay. That's Deverell.
Okay. Let's think about another 2-minute. I know it's been like about 45 minutes. Let's take another 2-minute break. Let me refill up my water and Ben's room, and I'll be back in about 60 seconds. All right.
Actually, let's go ahead and
Okay.
make it at 10, and I'll make my walk real quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, bro, I'm getting a boat.
I know, man. That's cool.
It's a little 3-hole, 3V on the hole. Real stable.
So we get back and the whole fucking mansion's burning down. That's.
It is burning.
Seems to be the theme for everywhere we either live or want to live. Fucking
Shit burns down first.
shit burns down first. Yep.
Well, at least we don't got to pay people to demo it to make it the way we want it.
Well, I wanted it the way it was.
Oh,
It's all good. It's all fucking good.
Now you got, you got plenty of firewood.
Times like these, it's like life on the road calls. Let's just go explore the fucking world. Everywhere else is on fire.
Right, no shit. That's all right though. A little fire never hurt nobody. It's like a barbecue.
Right. Oh. I was beginning to wonder if Emerson was just going to stand outside the whole time.
He was. I mean, that's the reason he's got his shadow though. He can
Well, that's what I'm
sit out
saying.
and do exactly that.
He could easily do that. Yep. Which is a safe play, honestly.
Most definitely is a fucking very safe play.
Plus, he ain't got no like he said earlier, I ain't got no loyalty to this church or anything else.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to. He's just like whatever. I just know it's safety in numbers right now. Like,
Well, that's why I bumped up the crew, because we just saw a little bit of combat. And I buffed up the crew with the feeling that we may see more combat shortly.
oh, hey Mike, just so
Yeah.
you know that I don't have to load arrows into my bow. That it's like a magical bolt, and when it hits, whether it
Stats
hits,
on the
missile disappears.
Michael,
Yeah.
the moon bow is the exact same weapon that Roki used to have.
Oh, okay. So basically, it's almost like. So, is it like unlimited ammunition? Is that how it works?
Yes.
It produces its own ammunition. It is a +1 to hit and damage. It does 1d8 plus 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
He can use a bonus action to enter a semi-incorporeal state, which gives him resistance to slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing damage for that round.
From
That can be
non-magical items.
That can be used once a day.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It really a fucking high-powered ass bow, to be honest.
I
So
will
it's
never
really-
use the. I promise,
Yes.
though, I will never use the Incomperial thing because I will.
Yeah, I've never found. The one time I used it is when I thought Mike's dragon was about 10 feet away from me, and I thought it was going to come down on Roki hard. That's the one time I was like, maybe resistance to a bite and a couple claw attacks would be a good idea at this moment.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever used that feature. Yeah.
Yeah. In the interest of using the time, because I know you've got to go in just less than 2 hours, I'm going to start speeding things up here because the three things that you've picked up from at least at this point is one, you've gained entrance obviously into the manor, a lot easier than last time. Two, the place is on fire, and three, it looks like it's there are people and things trying to escape out of the building. In great panic, in haste. Then those are really the three top things you guys have noticed at this point. So I'm going to kind of like speed this up a little bit.
That's
kind of
okay with me.
Yeah, just in lieu of time, so that you guys get a full gameplay.
And Michael, I want to suggest this. I know we talked about if we were to do a new campaign to go on into doing mini series instead of just 1 week. If we are nowhere near completion of this at that hard line, I would like you to continue next week as the DM to finish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, at this moment, it really just depends on.
We're not going to.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that anymore. I don't think. If we come to a point in the session where it's not finished, then that DM needs to go ahead and continue until it's resolved.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. That sounds good.
Right on. I thought that was a good idea there.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So what?
And I don't want to. I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush it to where you don't get the
No, I
ambience,
want you to. Oh,
ambience
yeah,
of what's going on. But I
I
also
want you
don't
to
want
play this
to.
through.
I don't want it, but also I don't want to be. I don't want this to be a dungeon crawl. You know, a search grind through through this manner. You've already checked out. Again, just from the
Yeah, we killed a lot of time finding bedrooms.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the place is on fire. Like what?
It was on fire. Yeah.
What the hell is going on? That's
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is why is this place on fire?
Yeah, and also
is thinking.
and also another thing too, in certain so you've basically have checked out almost like 4 bedrooms. Every other bedroom is like caked in dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rooms are there, but just not necessarily being used.
Yeah, and you know, it's only been like, let's just say, for argument's sake, it's been about a week since the last time you guys were over in this area, right? Would you say that's pretty fair? Since
Yeah,
the last time
that sounds about reasonable.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
even, well, no, it's been longer than that because we traveled down into the to that other village, and then we were in the swamp. It's been a few weeks since we were over there, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that actually works out better. So yeah, it seems like there's a few weeks of it doesn't look like anyone's been really caretaking to these couple of rooms, and the rooms that look like they've been slept in, you know, it. So there's, you know, but based on the information, and that's why I wanted you to kind of do a history check. It was, is you kind of got the idea that this place last time you came was fully armed and guarded, and like they had like a full, like almost like a platoon of, you know, or I'm sorry, not a company of men here.
Oh, and I want to mulligan this, Michael. I apologize. When I cast that aid spell, it was Rozelle, Klaus, and Raider who I gave aid to.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't need that. That's my spell to help my crew, not to help me. I have other things to do that.
So it's like Klaus, Raz, and Raider.
Yeah, they all have 5 temporary hit points.
Okay, cool. Very good. So we're just to kind of, you know, when JD gets back, we'll kind of really kick into high gear here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm very cool with that.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have done enough investigating to find out that you know, there's people have cleared out of this area, and the only people that you have seen have been running through this area. Right.
All right. So what's going on?
Okay, let's roll.
Yeah. All right. So I was just telling the guys. Welcome back, by the way, JD.
Yeah.
So we're going to start the next round. We're going to start moving a lot quicker through here. You've investigated this area. All I need is to start off from where we are right now. I just need Emerson to do 2 checks for me. Do a perception check and a dexterity check.
Perception is a dirty 20.
Okay, very good. And go ahead and do it with dexterity with advantage.
Okay. Also a dirty 20.
Okay.
That boy
Yeah, so as you're kind of getting relayed messages from your shadow about this corridor to the northeast of you, you can hear the cracking of beams and the splintering of wood above you as the ceiling begins to as the ceiling above you starts to crack and splinter, and a bunch of debris and fire fall down into this area. You have plenty of time to move your full movement, or I'm sorry, half your movement away if you'd like, taking no damage.
Okay.
Okay. As the second floor crashes into the first floor. That being said, and also having a point of fairness here, Emrys, what would you like to do at this point? You know that there's a guard about maybe 60 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, about 60 feet that's coming down the landing of this stairwell into this 10-foot corridor to the northeast of you. What would you like to do?
Well, let's see. So is there any way for me to get past Raider?
Yeah, you can get past Raider, but it would be you'd be halving your movement. Like it would take half your movement to get past him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So as I squeeze past Raider, I'm gonna. So the exit just fell apart.
Yeah. So like Klaus can see it, Deverall can see it, Emrys. You know, it's this crashing down of the second story into that foyer. Deverall can see, you know, everyone in that corridor can see that other than Raziel and Shadow, and we can hear it. You know,
Right.
there's no stealthiness to this fire. Yeah. So, what would you like your shadow to do, or what would you like Emrys to do?
20, 30. I have him slip under this door.
Okay. Give me 1 second to pull that. Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. And you, as you get into this area, you see a conference area with about a 20-foot long conference table that can seat up to about 16 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And it's but you don't see anyone in the room itself. Plus 2, 13. There you go. Boom. There you go. All right. So the next person to go here is Klaus. Klaus, you got a 21. So you heard this huge, massive crashing of timber and brickwork and flame crashing down from the second floor into the first floor. What would you like to do? John?
I'm moving. I'm moving down here to behind Raziel.
Okay. All right. So what you can see once you get to here is you can see a guy running he's about 30 feet from you. He's running past a large section of again, it looks like a large conference table, and it is fully on fire as he's trying to get past it down it looks like he's running to you.
I want to throw 2 daggers at him.
Okay, he's about 30 feet from you.
Yeah, I'm in range still with daggers. Am I not?
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. He's about 30 feet from you.
All right. Will I get sneak attack?
I'll tell you what.
I mean,
Yeah, you
we're
do.
not in combat yet, so yeah, he would actually get surprised.
Yeah. Well, also, I wanted to see if he was able to go against a 29. He rolled a 2 plus 2, so 4 is not going to do it. So yeah, you get your sneak attack
And surprise.
and surprise.
So 15 plus 8, 23.
That's
That
an
hits.
auto crit. Roll damage.
What is that? So it'd be a 1d4 plus 6,
What's your sneak attack?
2d6.
So it's
1d4,
It's
2d6.
22, and then you need to roll your dice.
Yep. 3D, 2d6, 1d4. Oh, where's my damn? There it is right there. 2d6, 1d4 plus 6. Oh, 2 ones, a 4. 6,
So
12.
another 6. No, I already added in your 6 from the first time.
Oh,
So it's 22 plus 6, 28 for your first dagger.
yep. And then for the second dagger, does a 13 hit.
A 13 does not hit.
Well, they come back to me too.
Yeah.
So, all right. And that is
That's your movement. You actually, you got a bonus action, don't you?
I do. I am going
No,
to.
he doesn't. His bonus action was a second dagger.
My other dagger.
The bonus was the second dagger.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. Very good. Nice job. 28 points and one dagger throw. That's pretty awesome. Very good. It's the vet. He is going to take a pot shot at either Raziel or Klaus. 1 through 4.
Is it his turn in initiative?
Yeah, he rolled a 13 in initiative. At the top of the round, he saw
I see him. Never
Raziel in
mind.
the doorway.
Okay.
No,
then-
just you skipped Raider's turn. It's okay.
Okay. Well, then back to Raider. I'm sorry, you're right. I did skip Raider. Go ahead. What's Raider gonna do?
Raider's going to push past Emrys again and just kind of move right there, blocking that corridor and opening that up to where people can move freely through it.
Okay. So how far would that? Your total movement would be like 40, right? So half would be
60.
20. What,
yeah,
60?
Raider's movement is
Okay.
60,
You got 30.
so.
Okay. Good. All right. And anything else for Raider? I'm sorry,
Nope.
I didn't mean to skip Raider.
No, that's fine. I lost track. I was looking at the initiative order and where I was at on the screen. I didn't even have the vet showing yet. So, okay. Yes, it's the vet's turn. That's it for Raider.
Okay. All right. So it's going to take a crossbow shot at. It's going to drop its sword shield, pulled up a crossbow, and take a shot at Klaus. And let's see here. It's a plus. Natty 1.
Jesus.
And so.
And his
And
hate did not load his bow very well.
Well, and he broke his bowstring. That was his.
That dude.
Yeah, and see, he only used about 15, so he'll move up to here. Okay, it's Raziel's turn. He
What about
sees
the
that this
other
guy's.
veteran?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Yeah.
What about what?
The other veteran up here.
The one that's
gonna
actually
move
on the initiative tracker.
Yeah.
They share
4,
the same initiative.
5, 6. There you go. All right. Raziel sees this vet coming running at him. Is 13 plus 9. So the first shot hits with a 22 for 10 points. And he's going to take his second shot. 15 plus it's 24 to hit for 13 points, and he only had I'm sorry, 18, 13. He's still alive. Hang on. Yeah, still alive, but not looking too good with a so the dagger you threw, Klaus, is that the one that returns to your hand?
All
Yeah,
of his daggers return to his bandolier.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's because of the magic item itself, right?
Yeah.
No, it's because of the magic of the bandolier, but yeah.
It's because of a magic item that it's able to have the dagger come back to him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it just appears
Okay,
back
it's
in
not
the
because
bandolier.
he has a character, it's not because of a class feature or a
No,
racial feature.
it's the bandolier. It's
It's
Okay.
called
It's
a
magic.
boomerang bandolier. Any item that he throws from it returns back to the bandolier.
It just
Gotcha.
boom, appears back in the bandolier.
Well, so with a momentarily dagger into his shoulder and a couple of pot shots into his hips, the veteran in down where Klaus and Raziel are is not looking very good. Shadow, as a bonus action, Shadow is going to run up and take a bite out of him. And misses.
Right, take a bite out of crime.
Take a bite out of crime.
Fulfill his duty.
Yeah. And now it is Deverall. Deverall, you are about maybe, I'd say 10 feet from the doorway. You see both Raziel and Klaus in the doorway.
10, 20. They're blocking my way in, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope this doesn't scare the shit out of them.
Yeah.
As my bonus action, I'm going to ignite my form of dread.
Yep.
Okay.
And as my action, I'm going to mind sliver the guard.
Okay. Is that a save on his part?
That is a save on his part. He needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Or suffer 2d6 psychic damage.
Okay, he rolled a 6.
Okay, so he failed.
Yeah.
Now he's going to take 2d6 psychic damage, and any saving throw he makes, the next saving throw he makes, he needs to subtract a d4 roll from his save.
Okay.
And the damage is 4 plus 6 is 10 psychic damage.
He's also afraid of
Considering, yeah. Well, if he lived long enough, he would have been scared of you, but he only had 5 hit points left. So you mind slivered.
He's not scared of me.
He's dead, man. He's dead by mind sliver, okay?
Yeah. I blew his little brain
You
apart.
scared him to death. Okay?
You scared him to death. Yeah.
And that mind sliver is a cantrip for those of you that.
Yeah. Yeah. As he was dying, he goes, I guess I don't mind.
Oh, God. He reflected all 10 points of psychic damage back at me.
Yeah. One of his super bonus, double barrel bonus actions.
But then I vicious mockered him. As soon as he said it, I vicious mockered him and said, it's not time.
So that was my full movement, my bonus action, and my action.
Okay.
That's it for Deverall.
Okay. So we're out of at the moment. We're out of combat. The veteran to the north is running at full force down the corridor. First of all, they didn't even notice the shadow. The shadow was basically.
The shadow stepped into the room with a closed door. So yeah.
Yeah. But even as the the veteran
wouldn't have seen him anyway, is what he's getting at.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen him anyways. You had too good of a. So, Emerus, what would you like to do? You just saw basically, you just realized that a guard is sprinting down the corridor.
This is the door right here, right?
That is a door. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open that door.
Okay. And you see it's a little one bedroom. It's probably the smallest bedroom you've seen in the entire manor.
Okay.
Anything you would like Shadow to do? Okay.
Yep. Have him slip into
Okay.
that one.
Oh, no, he's right there with us. Look at the shadows over there on the wall.
Oh. Looks like we're too late to kill the Baron. I mean, save the Baron. What?
Well, the Baron is dead?
I'd imagine that's who that is.
Well,
you can see a body. You can see a body about 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 60 feet from you.
Yeah.
Looks to be a body of a mid-sized humanoid on the face down on the ground.
Okay. Well, that's my turn. So.
Yep. Also, yeah. Let me just kind of cut and paste, not cut and paste, but let me get this here.
One point of fairness as well. I need to roll my temporary hit points for Form of Dread.
Okay.
I just rolled a 10, so 10 plus my level, that's 18. 18 temporary hit points.
Is it 10 plus your level or 10 plus your warlock levels?
10 plus level.
Nice.
Whoa. All right. So that was your shadow and Emerith. Anything else you'd like to do, JD?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Raider. I don't want to forget him.
Raider's holding his post right there.
Okay. Okay.
He's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about Raider just yet.
All right. All right. Do you want to hold an action for him, or what would you like?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. If he sees somebody come into his range, he's gonna Raider them.
Okay.
Hey, lose a ball game at the end. Heard.
All right.
Oh, that's big talk. That's shots fired from a Carolina fan. Okay.
Hey, if I'm shooting blanks, you're receiving them, baby.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's already written down.
So the vet comes bolting into the kitchen area, is rounding the corner, sees this large, massive war horse in front of him, and sees that he's blocking there. He's going to take a shot at him.
Oh yeah. So I get my reaction right after he takes the shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 18 plus 4, that's a 22 to 22 to hit.
Oh, he hits him.
Okay. And that's a D.
He hits him.
Okay. That's 12 points of piercing damage.
Nice shot.
Yeah. With his heavy crossbow.
Yep. Raider's gonna charge him. 10,
Okay.
20.
Yep. Boom.
And take his attack. And a 10 is not going to do it.
To hit, no.
Okay. That's Raider. Raider's done.
Okay. Yeah, without the shield, which he dropped to shoot the crossbow, that he still has a 17 AC.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Yeah. With the shield, it's 19.
Nice.
Yeah. Raider, that was the vet.
Brazil.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yeah. So Rozelle's going to
Check your messages.
come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, he's going to come over to this body and investigate it, since he's not being attacked, or he's not really in combat at the moment, and he can tell that this is actually a almost a servant of Bane, like an acolyte of Bane.
Oh.
That's weird. It's not letting me open my messages right now.
Huh.
That's really weird. What's it say? Is it something that needs to be a secret or what?
No, it's just I went and checked. It is 10 plus your it's a D10 plus your warlock level.
Not total level?
Nope, not total levels, just warlock levels.
Okay, so that's 11 hit points. So let me minus 7 from that. Okay. Okay, I'll still take it.
Yeah, I was like, that seems a little overpowered. Let me double check.
Oh, this whole build is overpowered, to be honest with you. I don't know why it won't let me open my messages. That's really weird. Or even scroll my messages. Or join the call again. That's weird. Okay, now I'm back in the call. That's really weird. My phone is glitchy. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, JD. Because yeah, I thought that was pretty powerful. I was like, holy moly, I get 20 temporary hit point. Okay, so I'm at 106, not 113, Michael.
Okay. Deverall, you hear a clashing of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of something. You can actually hear Raider engaging something about 60 feet north of you, and you can hear you can see a large crackling fire in a large room through the doorway, or it looks like a fairly large door. There you go.
Oh, sorry, I moved somebody's dead body. Trying to move the map around. I don't see anybody else in this room, do I?
You see, well, you wouldn't see Shadow. Unless you want to look for Shadow,
I'm looking for enemies.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
see any
looking
enemies
for
other than
enemies.
the dead body, which Raziel is investigating at the moment.
No, that's fine. I'm good.
Okay.
So
You can
next,
also, yeah. Okay.
next.
What's that?
I said next.
Next. All right. Next.
No.
All right. Emrys, you're up.
All right, 5. So that's 10. That's 20. I'm gonna step around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, you see Raider engaged with looks like a guard veteran that's been blocking the doorway getting into that kitchen area
Okay.
that your shadow shared with you way earlier as far as the northern part of the manor.
What you need, gorgeous?
Plus 20 feet. How far would you say from the guard?
Well, I haven't seen you move yet, so I don't know.
He said he moved right here. I don't know why it kicked back. It kicked back over to where he was standing. That was weird, but
Okay.
he's right there. He is 10, 20, 30, 40 feet from the guard, or 30 feet from the guard.
30 feet from the guard. You're 30 feet from the guard.
Okay. Let's see. I'll go ahead and use a second level spell. Boil blood. Let's see. Targeting creature that has taken slashing or piercing damage in the last minute. Oh, wait, he hasn't taken any damage in the last minute, has he?
No.
Okay. Shit. In that case, I'll use a poison dart.
Okay. So 30 feet.
Yeah. You conjure a dart of pure poison and hurl it at a creature you can see within range. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 3d12 poison damage and must succeed a Constitution saving throw or become poisoned until the end of my next turn. Or until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So, ranged spell attack. That's gonna be... 18.
Yeah, he dropped his shield, so he's at the 17 AC.
Okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have hit with the shield.
3d12. Okay, and he needs to go ahead and make a Constitution save.
He rolled a 16 on his con.
Okay, so he saves, so he's not going to be poisoned, but he takes 15 plus 8, 20, 23 points of damage.
From a dart?
It's a poison dart spell.
Okay. And it's one dart?
Yeah.
Okay. 23 points of what kind of damage?
Poison damage.
poison damage. Okay.
It does what 3d12 you said?
Where's
Yeah.
Belle?
Yeah, it's a spell attack.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
And he's not poisoned, but he took that initial hit pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
I feel it like spidering as it hits, and spidering of veins. Ugh.
All right. That was kind of like 1, 2, 3. Your movement, your action. What else would you like to do?
Let's see. This place is secure, so have the shadow slip back under this door. And 20, 30.
How come your tokens keep snapping back to your original position?
I don't know. They're not on my screen. Oh, there we go. It's probably a lag issue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's not showing on my master screen. It's not showing on my shared screen.
Huh. Is this a wall right here?
No, that's the landing of the staircase. The veteran guard came down
Oh.
earlier. So you can actually there
Yeah,
see.
so I'll go ahead and move him up the stairs 10 feet, 40 feet, so.
Okay. I don't know if it's a lagging issue or what's going on here because I just cut and pasted, and on the master screen that I have here, it shows the stairway cut, the fog of war being cut out.
Yeah, I don't
Can
know
you see the?
No, I can't see anything. And I just rebounded again. What the hell? I think you might need to reload your owlbear.
Um. Okay, let me see if I can just get out of the screen here. And let me try that. Technology is a wonderful thing when it works. Boom, we'll get out of here. And then I'll go back into it. Yeah, internet's up. And now it's not letting me get it back into the master screen. All right. It looks like I'm going to have to come all the way out of Owlbear. So, okay. Let's just try this again. Okay. Well, that seems pretty quick. Then it's loading, connecting. I see the initiative order, so I'm on the right screen. It keeps going load scene. The slave screen that I have up, which is I can move, and I don't have the I don't have the fog of war icon there.
Yeah, something is
All right,
definitely
let's.
lagging because on my owlbear I show my token 10 feet up the stairs, but it's still in the fog of war. And on the call screen, I'm seeing I'm still in the hallway.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to have to push some buttons. So for the audience and the players, just give me about 2 seconds to get out of all these screens here. And I'll reboot. And restart, boom. So what you can see from the Shadows standpoint is just to theater of the mind here while this technology is trying to catch up. Is you can see the stairway goes up about 60 feet and ends in a kind of branches off, and it looks like it's the stairway to the second floor.
Okay.
Yeah. No one's on the stairway. It just seems to be a kind of a 20-foot wide stairwell, 60 feet up.
I'm guessing that this appears to be like the main staircase.
Yeah, it looks like this to be the main staircase to the second floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's Colossus' turn then.
Okay. Boss, what would you like to do? You are.
Well, I believe I'm going to step into the room. I'm going to do some room stepping. I'm going to move into the there, and then I'm going to run up next to Raziel and say, "What did you find? And who is the body? Who is this? Do you know?"
Yeah, you can see that this body is just recently deceased. What the reports are intact. Or show a young 30, like about a 30-year-old woman who's it looks like was a servant of Bane. Parts of her body are burnt, and she's only recently been deceased. You can still smell the burning flesh emanating from her body.
Ooh, Deverall will not like this at all. For he is going to be mad about this.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to hold my action to make sure if anybody comes in the room within range, I'm going to start chucking daggers.
Okay. Let's see. And let's see if I can log in here. Restore. Okay. Owlbear. Or hang on. I should be able to get to the thing from the link I sent you guys. Yes, it seems like it's loading.
Okay. It's Raider's turn.
Raider's turn?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to do, Deborah? What does Raider like to do?
Oh.
That's
Rocky's not.
That's you, Rocky. Oh.
Sorry, I was muted. No, I'm trying to get back into Owlbear because it was locked on the old screen with nobody moving or doing anything. And I'm just trying to get in right now. Raider, I know he's face to face with that guard, so he's going to attack.
Okay.
And 5. It won't let me. Unable to join update channel. Timeout. Dismiss. I can't get back into the bear on my computer. Excuse me?
Did you call someone a clown?
Did I call someone a clown?
Yeah, is that why it's denying you at this moment?
Not lately. Not lately. Yeah, it won't let me back into Owlbear for some odd reason.
Well, do y'all want
yes, it's telling me the same thing. I'm unable to join the channel.
Y'all want to put a pin in it here while we deal with the technical difficulties?
Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead and close Owlbear altogether and then see if you can't reopen it. in the group
Okay.
chat.
Yeah.
Did you call somebody a clown?
I did not call it. I don't know. I think the internet's clowning around with me. I'm going to get out of this here.
Okay.
And actually
try to reopen it again.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't, do y'all want to put a pin in it right now and then work on it later? When we get Albert up and running again?
Yeah,
I
give me
mean,
about.
I've only got an hour before I'm off, so let's see if we can get this fixed in the next 10 minutes or so we can keep playing.
Yeah.
See if we can't sort through these technically difficulties. The technically difficult.
Oh man, now it's got that loading screen from hell icon.
Huh.
Little bouncy thing.
I'm still on Albert. Mine's not doing nothing.
Yeah, mine's working fine.
I can move my guy around all over the place.
All right, let me just try
Except
this.
for Emerson never came out of the room, and the shadow's still in the fiery building with me and Raziel.
Yeah, well, the shadow isn't really there anymore, so you're in the wrong screen too. Everybody get out of Albert if you're in Albert. Get out.
Yeah.
So Mike can close it and reopen it. That's the same problem I had is people were moving, but on my screen, they weren't really moving. So I knew that I wasn't in the right bear anymore. So I left it, and then I tried to get back into it, and it won't let me back in. That whole window needs to close, I believe.
Okay. Is everybody out of it?
Yes.
I'm out there.
I'm out.
I got some honeygram bears for snacks.
Okay. To the profile picture.
Oh, that was just JD's message from earlier. Okay. Kerr.
Yeah, something's broken because.
You see the bouncing mountain with the sun above it?
Yeah, it's loading scene.
Unable to join update channel timeout.
Let's see.
Yeah, I haven't even seen a new Owlbear present itself yet. It's still the old one.
Oh, y'all want to see something cool, man?
Yeah.
While we Albert waited up, I guess. So, my old lady tells me we need another poster to go above the dresser to kind of even them out, right? You know, I got my monster manual poster here, cover poster here. I got the Abyss poster here. You know, I got the Berserk poster, and then I got the Chinese or Japanese dragon on the wall, right? With my needle art D&D joint and rally hook on the wall, right?
The hoof.
She said she needed something to even out the wall, so we went to go get another poster, and that's the one we picked out.
Oh, that's cool.
What is that?
Yeah.
Attention required Cloudfare?
That is the cover to the red box, AD&D
That's
red
the
box.
original cover. The one where they they recently tried to say that was clearly a woman on the
Ooh, what's this? SAS Hub? Current
Yeah.
Owlbear rodeo status up. There were 6 reported issues in the last 24 hours. Okay. I don't want to report an issue. I just want to open up my Owlbear.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Albert.
I'm still blocked out of it. Just saying that I'm unable to. Let's see. It's connecting. It's the profile that I want.
Okay.
The scene
That's
that I
not
want.
what I want. Let me get out of that.
Yeah, let's see if I can open up my other scene. I've got another scene saved in here. No, it doesn't matter which scene you have set up. It doesn't allow. It's not loading either scene, so it's got to be a
Yeah, something is wrong on their side.
platform issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the pin it is then.
Okay. That
Not
being
too bad.
said, I can't even access the map. But anyways, yeah, I guess we'll put a pin. How about we? Because you're not really in combat. Well, Raiders in combat and Emrys is in combat. We'll just
Yeah,
leave it.
We'll just have to pin it right where we're at. Whose
Yeah.
turn is it in initiative? I'll write it down so we know whose turn. It's
It's
Brazil.
Raiders.
No, it's Raider. Raider missed. It's not Raiders.
Oh, then it would be Brazil, yeah.
Okay, so Brazil is who we're opening with. I got it written down.
Okay.
all
During
open?
Raziel's, so Klaus would see this because Klaus is right up there with Raziel. But during Raziel's investigation of the body, he ended up pulling out like a leather case from the body. It's still smoldering, and it had some papers in the like folded up almost like legal documents in the leather
Okay.
case. And I hand some over to Klaus, and we start kind of perusing through those. Like we just quickly or just scanning through the documents. Okay, and yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry about the technology, man. In 3 years of using Owlbear, I've never had this situation happen.
Yeah.
No, we've never. Yeah, this is a brand new thing.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
It does happen.
I mean, I don't mind playing Theater of the Mind. I'm old school like that.
Yeah, I'm more than down to play Theater of the Mind. It's just that we started without it, so now it's like we can't really see. Like to continue would be kind of hard pressed to do. JD, you might have been gone when we mentioned this. Since this is Mike's session, and we're obviously not going to finish this week in his session, he's also going to run the next session. So basically, whoever's running the session, if this happens to where we have to pin it and it's not over, that GM will continue the following week.
Okay.
For continuity purposes.
Well, since we're talking about that, how would we address the situation where, like, we were almost like so close to finishing out the encounter, maybe only needed like 30 minutes or an hour